And now, presented by Sprite, the 2K pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the Indiana Pacers. For Indiana, finally we get to stop talking about this team and actually get to see them in action. Feels like it's been a long offseason. Dwayne Wade, as great as he has been in his career, the knee problems have slowed him, especially in recent seasons. Put into perspective where he is.
You know, a lot of people talk about him getting old, but it's more about that injury he had. He had a meniscus tear. They cut the loose part out. And without that cushioning, problems just keep developing over time.
You're the guy who named him Flash, aren't you?
Yes, he was very, very fast. Very, very fast. That fast.
That fast?
Even faster than that.
Let's see if I can be that fast in getting it out to Kevin Harlan.
The power forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 4, Josh McRoberts. Number 15, Mario Chalmers. The other forward, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 9, Luol Deng. Spoelstra is your head coach.
It's great to be with you on this Monday afternoon. Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. 2K Sports welcomes you to the NBA. We're in Miami for some Heat basketball. His hometown crowd ready to go. And so the tip-off, it's Miami. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Paul George is the 3 with David West at the 4. George Hill out there with Rodney Stuckey. And it's Hibbert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Great open look there. Wade's got the first points up on the board for the Heat.
Dwayne Wade last season shooting a career high from the field. Not the focal point offensively playing alongside LeBron, but he responded with the most efficient offensive season of his career.
Hibbert with a screen on Degnan. And Hibbert with the basket on the assist by Hill.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Pacers on defense. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, Frank Vogel and I got a chance to talk for a bit. One player he said they can't overlook is Chris Bosh. He said Bosh is the perfect complementary scorer. He can hit the spot up Jay and also really crash the offensive boards. We simply can't get so caught up elsewhere that we allow him to have a big night. And Kevin at 6'11", Bosh really an anchor in that front court. When he plays well, they're tough to beat.
And thank you, Doris. Clock at 6. Hill passes to West, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand. A free run to the hoop and some thunder on the finish.
Not exactly the way the D would have drawn that one up.
Man, when you got the space, you might as well throw it down. That's what I always used to do.
Now here's Wade. Bosh drives in. West with the block. Stuckey outside. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And the stuff by West.
Assistant, George Hill.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Chalmers kicks to Wade. Wash, high post. Pass to McRoberts. Over to the wing. And here's Chalmers for three. The Pacers pull it in. Stuckey dishes to Hill. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Back to Stuckey. Hibbert with a screen for Stuckey. Off the left rim and out.
Pacers are just a solid team on the glass. Everybody knows how to box out, and they all have tremendous strength. A physical team does a pretty good job of rebounding the ball for the most part. There were some struggles at times, but over the course of the season, pretty solid rebounding team.
Nice job coming off that screen. Tang's got his second bucket of the night.
Right there, we saw Bosch opened up space for the shooter. Well done.
Hill kicks it to West. It's back to Hill. The shot's good on the assist by West. Hill's got his first basket of the night. For the Pacers, they ended with the best rebound differential in the East, and that shouldn't be a surprise.
Well, they have the length, the size, and the determination to get everything that comes off the rim. You know, a lot of teams only have two of those aspects, but the Pacers put it all together.
Here's Wade, following the basket by George Hill. Paul George with the steal. Right side Hill, from 11 feet away, connects, the jumper drops. Hill's got his second basket.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
Wade gets the bucket.
Could be the first of many mid-range jump shots we see from him today.
Pacers have gone. 1:53 left to play in the first. Hill passes to Hibbert. He feeds it to Stuckey. Outside, George. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 12, and he gets it to go. George has got his first basket.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And a new group in for the Heat. Anderson, he's checked in for Bosch. Haslam comes in for Josh McRoberts. Danny Granger is checked in for Luol Deng. And Cole subbed in for Mario Chalmers. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Hibbert. Scola comes in for David West. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And it's Watson in for Hill. Cole dishes to Wade. And Cole kicks to Haslam. Pass to Cole. Feeds it to Wade. From deep. Miami no good on that time either. Pacers leading by 4.
Dwayne Wade over the last 4 years adjusted beautifully to playing off the ball alongside LeBron James, and that was not easy, folks. He actually became one of the game's best cutters during that time. Now back to his old ways, playing with the ball in his hands a lot more. Should suit him well.
Now Watson, after Dwayne Wade's three-pointer that didn't go. And Wade still a dynamite finisher around the rim. One of the league's preeminent slashers. Yeah,
he's extremely productive in the pick and roll, able to score and make plays for others with his outstanding vision. C.J. Watson at 6'2" is an outstanding shooting combo guard. He's an excellent marksman from behind the three-point line, which helps his team space the floor, but he's also an underrated defender.
No good on the free throw. And for Watson, between his outside shooting guys and his solid defense, he makes a nice backup.
Yeah, pretty good at getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals. You know, a player who spent a little time in the D-League out of college and now has really solidified his place as an NBA player.
And Miami making a change here. Napier's checked in. So he can't get either to fall.
Miami Heat, a terrific organization from top down. And one thing you notice with these top teams, there's so much continuity. And you talk about that consistent continuity, so important. From the coaches to the front office, they know who they are, what they're about, and how to put players in position to win the ultimate prize.
Watson with it. Granger covering. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Screen by Scola. Here's Miles. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Here's Cole. The dish now to Anderson. Now the pass to Cole. Using his post move to get the 2 points.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
And that does it for the first quarter. Pacers lead by 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
Pacers leading by 4. On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. They've got Ian Mahinmi. Chris Copeland is out there with Scola. Then there's C.J. Miles. And it's Watson in at the point. Copeland can't hit.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Now here's Granger. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pass to Nathan. Shot clock at 5. Now Watson. To the inside. Mahinmi. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Here's Cole. Stolen by Miles. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Copeland the pass to Mahinmi. Watson with it. He's picked up by Dang. Here's Mahinmi. The shot is off. Now the Heat take it the other way.
Well, Luol Deng was supposed to have a lot more help in Chicago as they got healthy, but injuries struck once again, and they were forced to ship Deng off to help in the next rebuilding project. First time Deng has ever played in a different uniform.
The three-pointer no good. Pacers leading by 6. Miles dishes to Watson. Kicks it to Miles. Six to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. And Lou Elding, Clark, one of only 5 Bulls in history to play in a 10th year with the team, the 4th leading scorer in their franchise's history.
And Kevin, Coach Thibodeau called him the glue of the team, the Velcro guy. But despite everything he meant to the organization, his free agency weighed heavily. He refused a significant extension offer, so they felt they had to go in a different direction.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Watson kicks to Miles. To the paint. Here's Copeland. Rebound by the Heat. Tang's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Napier. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Anderson outside. Dishes it to Dang. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, to say that the Pacers did well in the East last season would be putting it mildly. They were the cream of the crop for most of the season.
And there was a brief moment late in the season last year, Clark, where the Pacers slipped from the top spot, but they were able to get it back.
Yeah, they did, Kevin. They fought back, grabbed the #1 seed in the East, and they did earn it. I mean, 38 conference wins is a pretty impressive number.
And a new group getting ready for Miami. Chris Bosh is checked in for Anderson. Josh McRoberts comes in for Danny Granger. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Norris Cole. And it's Chalmers in for Napier. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Mahinmi. West comes in for Luis Scola. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for C.J. Miles. And it's Hill in for C.J. Watson. Here's Copeland. The feed to Hibbert. Shot on the wing, and he gets it to go. Hibbert's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Well, he knew that with his height advantage over his man, it was really a good decision just to rise up and take the jump shot.
And Chalmers kicks to Dang. Goes up high for the 2-handed dunk. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Outside Hill. Hibbert with the screen on Chalmers. Off the screen, and Roy Hibbert the bucket on the assist by Hill. Hill's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Heat trail by 5. We've got 1:55 left now here in the second. And Chalmers kicks to Bosh. Little turnaround, and another basket for Miami.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Pacers leading by 3. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
Yeah, guys, I think he feels like he can make a few improvements during this timeout. Just kind of make a couple of adjustments, get his club back on track.
You know, coaches are always tweaking and tinkering with things mid-game. Actually, sometimes they overdo it.
George is checked in for the Pacers. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Hibbert. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. He also said he wants them going hard to the boards at both ends of the floor, not just the defensive backboards. So, Kevin, change is already being made on the fly here in the second quarter.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to details. Know your personnel.
Timeout called the Heat.
Yeah, he's seen enough of this interior scoring that his defense is giving up. So the message during this timeout is time to lock things up inside.
You know, sometimes a group can just get spaced out on defense. They're not connected and playing 5 as 1, and usually a timeout can help you refocus and recalibrate that defense.
Now here's Wade. He's got 6, and it's Dang in the corner. Wade kicks to McRoberts. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Chalmers passes it to McRoberts. Out to Wade. The shot from the low post is good. Wade's got 4 points this quarter.
He's got a nice soft touch with that floater and used it beautifully right there.
Outside Hill. Hibbert with a screen for Hill. 44 seconds left in the first half. Stuckey, a screen on Wade. George against Bosch. The shot by George, no good. The Heat trail by 4. It's taken away by Stuckey. From 12 feet out. And that one comes up a bit short.
I'm not sure about that shot, guys. The defense really all over.
Now, here's Chalmers. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Outside Bosch. The drive by Wade. 1 second left. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Pacers out in front, up by 4. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, I've got Coach Eric Spoelstra here with me. And, Coach, what are the things you're seeing so far in this game that you'd like to change going forward?
It starts with getting some stops. We got to play off some misses, and we can't let them force us into 1 or 0 pass possessions. We've got to move the ball when we're in the half court, help each other with that, but we'd like to get some more in the open.
Eric, thank you so much. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Luol Deng really making a difference here.
Well, he created a lot of opportunities for himself in the first couple of quarters. And tell you what, he was smart with his shot making too. Really took good ones.
You know, points per shot attempted is really one of the undervalued stats in the game, and it's a real measurement of efficient scoring.
And so here is Indiana. They lead by 4.
Well, 2 seasons ago, the Heat were rolling. They won a franchise record 66 games. 27 of those came consecutively. Last season, they managed the regular season. They knew they had to pace themselves in an effort to try to win a 3rd straight championship.
Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. McRoberts at the 4 with Bosch at center. And it's Deng in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Now here's Wade, following the miss by David West.
The offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layups. Earn it from the line.
The Heat shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
They're a very average shooting team in terms of the free throw line, about 76% a year ago.
And the first one drops. Dwayne Wade drops them both. Indiana leading. Outside, George. West setting the pick for George. Off the pick. And it's sent back by Bosch. And they'll keep possession. And he gets it to go. 6 points for David West. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Chalmers with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. The Heat came into last season looking to three-peat, and anything less would have been a disappointment.
Yeah, well, you could see that they were focusing on the playoffs last year. The Bobcats didn't really stand a chance against them in round one. It was easy pickings for the Heat.
Well, they get back to the Heat last year. A lot of teams in the conference didn't really look to be in the same ballpark as Miami in terms of playoff hunger.
That free throw missing.
You know, the Heat did breeze through to the finals, but the three-peat just was not in the cards after they fell to the Spurs. Terrific run nonetheless. 4 consecutive NBA Finals, 2 championships, and quite honestly, who knows how things could have gone if the air conditioning didn't fail or any other twist in that epic series. That air conditioning went down in Game 1, folks, if you didn't recall that, but it wasn't anything about air conditioning. The Spurs were super hot and well-oiled and highly motivated. They wanted that trophy.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Roy Hibbert has now mastered what he calls, quote, the straight up. He once saw Dwight Howard in the finals jump and absorb contact without fouling, and Hibbert thought to himself, I've got to learn how to do that. In drills, his coach, Frank Vogel, made him defend 2 players at once without fouling. At first, he wanted to give up, but guys, that is how he perfected it.
He sure has. And Coach Vogel making sure the refs honor it. Doris, thanks. Here's Wade. Paul George making his last shot. Nick Roberts' shot is good.
Wow, he's got such a sweet three-point stroke. The way he can shoot it, forcing opposing bigs out on the perimeter, can really open up the lane.
Now, here is Hill. George dishes to Hibbert. And George kicks to Hill. Shot clock at 6. And it's good. Hill's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Broke out the finger roll, guys. That was kind of a stylish finish.
The Heat trail by 4. Wade kicks to McRoberts. Dang up top. Wade against George. The kick out to Bosch. A 3-ball. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Bosch has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Pacers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there.
Chris Bosch, in some ways, had been the overlooked, underrated member of the Big Three in Miami, but extremely valuable. A nice complimentary scorer and understated defensively. But with LeBron gone now, he becomes more of a focal point offensively.
And a new group getting ready for Miami. Chris Anderson has checked in for Bosch. Haslam comes in for Josh McRoberts. Danny Granger is checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. The Pacers also changing it up. Mahinmi's checked in for Hibbert. Scola comes in for West. And it's Watson in for Rodney Stuckey. Here is Mahinmi. Left side, George. Here's Scola. The 17-footer goes down. And the Pacers lead by 3. And Chris Bosch posted up a lot more, it seemed, to Clark in Toronto and Miami. It become primarily a face-up threat.
And I think that's where he's most comfortable, Kevin. More of a slender build. He takes advantage of his quickness more than his strength, so facing up is really where he's been most effective.
The Heat shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
One shot.
And it's tied up with that one.
We've seen D-Wade getting it done. He's got 13 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And some of these passes have been absolutely beautiful, Clark.
Here is Watson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Off the screen. And again, it's Indiana.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Miami's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Cole, the pass to Haslam. He kicks it to Cole. Granger outside. And the basket good. Granger's got it all tied up now for the Heat.
They have finally fought all the way back to even the score. We're back to square one. Whole new ball game.
And with a comeback like that, they've definitely got the upper hand going forward.
Now, here is George. He has 7. Pass to Granger. Haslam dishes to Granger. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. There's the foul. It's on Mahinmi. Napier, who's checked in for Dwayne Wade. The Pacers also with a sub. Miles is checked in. .139 left in the third. And Haslam kicks to Napier. It's Haslam atop the key. 6 to shoot. Here's Granger. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Really high-quality shot there. Just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head. You know, one thing you have to give Coach Eric Spoelstra credit for is he's not wedded to just one approach. I like his ability to be flexible. You remember after the 2011 final, for example, he really went back to the drawing board and changed Miami's offense to their small ball approach, but also wanted to get LeBron inside more. The result has been a couple of championship rings.
And so here is Indiana after the Heat pick up 2. Scola passes to Watson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. You got to give the front office a lot of credit with the Pacers for what they've put together.
Without question, Kevin. You know, prevailing wisdom in the NBA was that to compete you needed to either be a big market free agent destination or kind of tank for high draft picks. The Pacers kind of did it their own way, building solidly and steadily through the draft and with smart, shrewd free agent acquisitions. The biggest one being David West a few years back.
And the key for the Pacers in constructing this club has been finding terrific value in the draft. Roy Hibbert drafted 17th, Paul George 10th. Even George Hill was acquired for the 15th pick, so very impressive.
Luol Deng is checked in for Danny Granger. In Indiana with the change here too, Chris Copeland's checked in for Luis Scola. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
You know, in looking at the rise of these Pacers, it's hard to overlook the hiring of first-time head coach Frank Vogel, who's done a really nice job in leading that team. I think it all goes back to the front office, taking a team that could have been treading water and not realizing its potential and then molding and shaping them into a championship contender.
That is good.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
And here's Watson. He dishes it to George. From the arc. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. 10 points for Paul George. Here's Cole. Off the mark. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And we'll be back right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the finish, guys, this is where you know you are right on the money with that pass. Look at that. Perfectly timed.
Miami's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Down low, West and Hibbert. Rodney Stuckey out there with George Hill. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
9 seconds on the shot clock.
And it's Miami's ball. 6 to shoot. Now Chalmers. And it's off from three-point range. Wade against George. He feeds it to Stuckey. West a screen on Deng. Stuckey drives inside. George with no one around. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
The defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
The Heat trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Wade sets the pick for Chalmers. Bosch a screen on Hill. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Hibbert with a screen on Chalmers. George dishes to Hill. And George kicks to Stuckey. Back to George. Pass to Hill. 3 on the clock. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
George Hill, an efficient combo guard. He was acquired by the Pacers in a draft day deal back in 2011. That was the Kawhi Leonard trade, with Leonard, of course, going to the Spurs. It's a trade that benefited both sides.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
Free throw drops for Hill. And I know, Clark, that you know Hill well. George, an Indianapolis native, played collegiately at nearby IUPUI.
And Kevin, going now in his 4th season with the Pacers, exactly the kind of support starter you want as a contending team. He's rock solid, really defends his position well. It's steady. I'd like to see him be more aggressive in looking for his own offense.
Both free throws good from Hill.
You know, when you're coming off a championship, actually make that 2 consecutive championships, it's even more okay to be more concerned about the postseason than the regular season. You kind of figure out how to manage the regular season. And the Heat clearly took that approach, or at least it seemed that.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He said, no time to waste, fellas. We've got to pick it up right now if we're going to make a comeback and try to win this thing. Let's go all out. Back to you.
Well, what you said about the Heat, beyond the resting of key guys, they seem to be more concerned about the process of things than the result during the season. If you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
And the Pacers call time here. Well, the Heat had for them to win, but they knew they were expected, Clark, to get to the finals again.
And there really wasn't anybody they feared. They might have ended second in the conference, but they played the season perfectly to set themselves up for the postseason. This season will be an interesting test, as there is a much tougher road for this group to be able to navigate to go deep into the playoffs.
Outside, George feeds to West. Inside to Hibbert, stolen by Bosch. And now here comes Deng, leading the break. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Wade.
Yeah, not just an everyday finish. He put a little pizzazz on that one, guys.
Hill against Chalmers. Hill passes to George. West setting the pick for George. All alone. Tries again. And the layup good by West. And the Pacers lead by 3.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. A baseline J. Here's Wade. And the layup's good off the glass. Wade's got 11 points here in just the second half. The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Hill kicks to George. Inside to Hibbert. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. And it's 8 points for Roy Hibbert.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
Now, this is when defenses have to protect the basket with everything they've got. Force the offense to shoot from the perimeter.
And the basket by Chalmers.
I'll tell you what, they're going to have a hard time climbing back into the game if they're going to continue to play defense like that.
Chalmers against Hill. Now here's Hibbert. And George kicks to Hill for the three. No good. And Miami the other way now. Chalmers dishes to McRoberts. Bosch, a screen on Hill. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Now here's Stuckey. Back to George. 6 to shoot. Again, Indiana.
I'll tell you what, he's been zeroed in on the hoop all quarter long, making big shots.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're behind by 2. 1:51 left in the game. .51 left in the game. Here's Chalmers. Over to the left wing. Bosch drives in. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Hibbert's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. West setting the pick for Hill. Now the dish to Hibbert. West kicks to Hibbert. That misses off the backboard. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Wade drives in. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. Chalmers has got 3 assists in the game. Timeout called the Pacers. The score knotted at 48. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Hill. At the elbow, it's George. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 7 points for the quarter.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
Now here's Bosch. Here's Dang. It falls. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Oh, that is a massive shot.
You know it is. He's stepping right into the spotlight.
Hill kicks to Stuckey. Tipped. 3 on 3. Outside Hill. Rodney Stuckey on the wing. Dives for it. Chalmers against Hill. Bosch will screen on Stuckey. Wade double team. The drive by Bosch. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. George against Wade. Here's Hill. Oh, missed it for the win. Oh, couldn't sink the shot, and we're going to overtime. Regulation is ended, and we're heading to overtime. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Well, if you love great competition and neck-to-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1, getting going right now. And so the tip-off, it's Miami. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Indiana, Paul George is the 3 with David West at the 4. Hill is out there with Rodney Stuckey. And it's Mahinmi in at the 5, roaming the paint. Mick Roberts misses. Indiana's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Hill passes to George. West setting the pick for George. It's back to Hill, beyond the arc. And the shot is good. Hill's got the first points here in the overtime period for the Pacers. The Heat trail by 3. Wade dishes to Dang. Back to Wade. The pass to Mick Roberts. Wade a screen on West. Mick Roberts misses. Indiana's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. George with the ball. He's picked up by Dang. And he gets it to go. And that's now 19 points here for George.
Boy, he's been locked in. Anytime he's gotten an even halfway decent look, he's knocked it down.
And I think they'd be staring at a big deficit if they hadn't gotten the lights-out shooting he's given.
And that one's good by Bosch.
Really good execution there, guys. They saw the mismatch, and they went right at it.
Timely bucket. Couldn't have been a better opportunity.
Stuckey left side. He's looking for West and finds him. Miami grabs the miss. Wade outside. Bosch hits the pick for Wade. Out to the right wing. Bosch kicks to Wade. And there's the second time to finish it off.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Now, here is George. Hill passes to George. Stuckey against Wade. Lock at 6. Here's Hill. Here's Mahinmi. Yes! Boy, that was a big shot.
And that one just flattened this crowd, Kevin.
Man, nothing you can do as a fan after a shot like that. Just shake your head.
Here is Mick Roberts. And it's Dang at the elbow. Heat moving the ball around. Cole nails it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
That's how you get the crowd on its feet.
Huge bucket.
They've been waiting for that one, guys.
Clark, they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward.
Hill kicks to Stuckey. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And now here comes Cole, leading the break. It's off.
Well, they did have a foul to give, but they couldn't get it done before the shot attempt.
Yeah, you really want to try to foul in that situation before he gets into the shooting motion, and it just didn't work out that time.
North Pole. 2.
And the first of 2, no good, heartbreaker. And Indiana making a change here. So he comes up empty, missing both. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Well, you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Perfect time to be perfect at the line. Now only a 3 can tie it.
And the Heat call time here. They're behind by 3. 11 seconds left in the first overtime. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, they've got 2 options here. They can go for the 3 and the tie, or the quick 2 and the foul.
I like the idea of going for the quick 2. Take it to the rim, and that wouldn't be a bad way to approach this situation.
Wade dishes to McRoberts to tie it up. Misses the tray. Back to Wade to tie. Misses there. So a close game sees Indiana take this one. Clark, what a game.
Yeah, they kept their cool, stayed with the game plan, and that's why they came out on top.
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by live with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Paul, how does a win like this impact the team's attitude going forward?
It gives us confidence. It's always good to get a win, but it definitely gives us confidence and keep us wanting to work harder because this one almost slipped away from us.
Paul, congratulations, guys. A hard-working team is a dangerous team.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.